Hello and welcome to a new video on Amazon Comprehend, or as we call it, Comprehend Video Snacks. Amazon Comprehend is a fully managed and continuously trained AI service from Amazon Web Services that can derive and understand valuable insights from text within documents. Today we will talk about our newest feature launch for Custom Comprehend. My name is Godwin Vincent and I am an enterprise solution architect with Amazon Web Services team, and I'll be joined today by Sebastian Lex, a senior solution architect with Amazon Web Services. In the part 1 of the series, Custom Document Classification using Amazon Comprehend, you have seen the intelligent document processing challenges across industries and how we have built an IDP architecture to solve classification tasks for the insurance documents like claim form, policy document, contracts, insurance ID, etc. In this second part, we will dive deep and explore how you can perform custom entity recognition using Amazon Comprehend and its latest features. Custom entity recognition extends the capability of Amazon Comprehend by helping you to identify entity types specific to your business domain. Custom entity detection is a two-step process. First, you train a custom entity recognizer model to recognize the entities that are of importance to you. Secondly, you use your model to detect the entities within any documents. Let us dive deep further how you can use custom entity recognizer to detect the custom entities within the insurance documents. A typical document processing workflow involves documents in multiple formats like semi-structured, PDF, PNG, JPG, etc. Documents can be of multiple pages or single page, and it can be digital or scanned. Until now, in order to detect entities from semi-structured documents like PDF or image, you have to first extract the plain text out of the documents and then use the plain text to detect the entities using a trained Amazon Comprehend Entity Recognizer. This process is complex and needs processing, which often complicates the document processing workflow. Let me now request Sebastian Lex to walk us through how the new feature in Comprehend can simplify the workflow.
As you can see, the steps outlined in the diagram, you had to leverage other services like Amazon Textract to pre-process the document and then use plain text for Amazon Comprehend Name Entity Recognizer to detect custom entities. In short, you had to linearize or convert native documents into UTF-8 format to perform inference. This was complex, tedious, and time-consuming for customers. And based on customer feedback, we are excited to announce the support for documents in native formats for both the real-time and asynchronous entity detection using Amazon Comprehend. Let's look at an updated architecture view of how we can use the Amazon Comprehend custom entity recognition using the new feature. You can now simply call entity detection APIs and pass any document in native format like PDF or JPEG, GIF, or TIFF images. All the heavy lifting of linearizing or converting native documents to text format is no longer required. With this feature, you can perform entity detection in both real-time and asynchronous mode. Let's look at our insurance industry document flow example. In this architecture, the flow is triggered by a PDF document placed in the Amazon S3 bucket, which triggers an event to execute the AWS Lambda function that prepares the data for processing. The AWS Step Functions workflow tracks each state of the execution, allowing the stages to execute and complete synchronously or asynchronously as needed. In our architecture, the workflow starts with AWS Lambda invocation of custom name entity recognition task. You can see that you can directly use as an input the insurance document in its native PDF format. Amazon Comprehend detects the name entities and generates output that contains both the entities and the document structure metadata and stores the results in S3. From here, you can either trigger subsequent workflows or feed the extracted entities to downstream systems. As you can see, with this architecture, you can quickly and efficiently extract name entities from documents in their native format, like PDF or images, without involving additional activities. Next, we'll walk through this functionality in the Amazon Comprehend console.
Go to AWS Management Console, type Comprehend in the search bar and click on Amazon Comprehend. Once on the Amazon Comprehend console, click on Custom Entity Recognition on the left panel and then click on Create New Model. Enter the model name, enter the model version name, select English as the language, and add the entity types you want the recognizer to identify in your dataset. Now you have added all the entity types required for training. Then in the data specification section, select Augmented Manifest type and then choose PDF Word documents as a training model type. We have already prepared 3 input files required for this training in advance and stored in S3 location. Enter the S3 location of Augmented Manifest file. Enter the location of annotation data file. Enter the S3 location of source documents. Finally, enter the attribute name, which is ground truth labeling job ID we used for annotations. Then click Add. Select IAM user role, which will provide Amazon Comprehend permission to access Amazon S3 packets. I am choosing the role created already with S3 full access. We will leave the remaining option as default and click Create to start the training job. Depending on the size of your training dataset, your time to train the model will vary. In our case, the model will take about 30 minutes to train. You can see the training status of the model here. Now that we have a custom recognizer model trained and we will deploy this model behind a real-time endpoint. You can use real-time endpoints for use cases which need low latency entity detection functionality. For bulk document entity detection, asynchronous analysis jobs with the trained model can be used. Click on Endpoints on the left panel and then click on Create Endpoint. Now enter the endpoint name. Then choose the custom entity recognition. Then choose the model we trained. Then choose the version. Then enter the inference unit as 1. Then click Create Endpoint to create the endpoint for your model. Now that we have a model trained and a real-time endpoint created, we can start using it to detect entities for sample document. To do that, let's navigate to the real-time analysis page on the left panel and select Analysis Type as Custom and choose the custom model type as Custom Entity Recognition and select the endpoint we deployed. Then choose the upload file and click the button Choose File, and you can choose any semi-structured document such as PDF or image file. Here I am choosing PDF file for inference. Click on Advanced Document Input and choose Document Read Mode as Service Default and choose Document Read Action as Textract Detect Document Text. Now click Analyze button. We can see here that the entities and the types detected from the document. You can also see the confidence score of each entity detected. If you scroll down a bit, you will see the JSON API response under the Application Integration section. You can use this information for further processing. Now we are going to see how our trained entity recognizer model will be used for bulk document entity detection using asynchronous analysis job. Click Analysis Job menu on the left menu bar and click on Create Job. Enter the job name and choose the analysis type as Custom Entity Recognition and choose the recognizer model you trained and choose the version of your model and choose Input Data S3 location, which contains all the documents that you wish to detect the entities. Then choose Input Document as 1 document per file. Then click on Advanced Document Input and choose the Document Read Mode as Service Default. Then choose the Document Read Action as text track detect document text and giving it an output location where the results of the entity detection job will be stored. Choose the IAM role to access your S3 buckets. Then click on Create Job. Now look at the status of your job in progress. In few minutes, you will see the status of your job completed. Once the job is complete, you can review the results of the job in S3 output location that you specified. Click this S3 output data location link and click download button to download the file. Output folder and you will see JSON output file generated by Amazon Comprehend, and you will see the entities detected and entity types and the confidence score for each entities detected. All of the operations that we have discussed so far can also be performed using AWS CLI and AWS SDK such as Boto3 for Python. To learn more, please scan the QR codes to access the resources and open source codes. Hope this demo will be helpful to understand the inference capabilities of Amazon Comprehend Entity Recognition. Thanks for watching.